Well, today I'm trying to get this fixed. I'm not exactly sure what happened. It's one nice thing about this spear. Most things I can leave it hooked to the tractor and not worry about it. It will clear the PTO when it's raised, you know. But I had it on the tractor, left it on the bale chopper there last week, and haven't really needed it since. And it'll be 2 days ago now I chopped the bedding. And one thing, the hydraulics or the 3-point hitch settles down when the tractor's shut off. It's got a leak somewhere. From what I'm been explained to, that the 3-point hitch will sit there and pulse. And there's a leak, but it's such a minor leak that they're not going to be able to find it. It all depends on how often that's pulsing. It's been this way for 20 years. And like I say, everything works. It ain't worth tearing into because you got to lift the cab off and everything to get into it. So it's an issue, but not an issue. I mean, it's not something that has to be tore into. But like I say, the 3-point hitch settles down, and like I say, as long as it's kept straight or whatever, like on the manure spreader, it'll settle down on the top of the spreader and sit there, and it's not a problem. I mean, thing is, on this, I had the tractor parked like it is here now. It's off to an angle. Well, I made sure that it was settled so that this piece here would be sitting on the tub, so it's not sitting on the spear or whatever. Well, I don't know, and like I said, I don't know if this is what did it, but when I started here the other day, as soon as you start the tractor, the spear goes up, or the 3-point hitch will lift up, and then it's fine. Well, I put a bale in the chopper before I pulled it ahead to start chopping, so I don't know, and I had problems clearing the bale with the spear. I haven't had problems here before, but I did the other day. So after I get off and looked, the top piece here was broke off. So this was sitting in your top link on the tractor. These are on your arms, and this is flexing around. So I don't know if this had shifted off the tub, and when it picked up, it hooked something and busted it, or the spear was hanging low enough and I hooked the bale and it shifted it too much sideways or something. I can't tell, because one thing, to me, them look like some pretty crappy welds. Doesn't look like there's much penetration. I don't know how the hell this thing was held together. I mean, I bought this spear in '94. That's a factory weld there. And it's all, there ain't no really fresh break there. I mean, that's your weld right there. This is the metal right here, the tube. This end, you can see this part of the weld peeled back. Technically, I don't think there was much penetration to hold anything there. Now, I broke this thing before. I split this main tube. I tried picking a bale that was froze to the ground, and it snapped this. So this is where the shop I'm taking this to is the ones that welded this. Then they added this spine to it to give it more strength. But you can see here, it just broke off the factory welds there. So, this ain't the first time I broke it or taking it over there. I've replaced this socket twice. And I'm almost debating starting to peel out there. What'll happen is like right here, it'll break this piece off right here. So you can buy these sockets and have them welded on. But like I said, I don't know exactly what hooked, what I caught, what I did. But I broke the main beam here, so I'm running this over there, so hopefully I can get it welded. It ain't that big a deal. I can use a skid steer to get hay, except for now it's softening up again. There's going to be mud around the pile, and I don't think I can get the skid steer in and out of there. If they can't get this fixed for a day or two, I'm going to have to go down to my cousin's, get my 3-point hitch regular bale spear to get bales moved around. But I'm going to see if I can get this set up, and you can watch me take this apart. You don't have much to get it apart. Guess I probably should start thinking about, hope you're seeing this, get some pretty good grooves wore into that. I wasn't expecting that, but perfect timing, I guess. But that's all there is to it. This is something I actually changed, putting a drop pin in for this pivot hitch, because when it came with grade 5 bolts. This one here and another one. Because this is your adjustment. You can adjust how high or how the angles and stuff it picks at. You can 3 holes here and these holes down here. For me, this is the maximum height I can get. But it had, like I say, it had grade 5 bolts like this in there. I popped this head off 1 or 2 of them at least. And you got to have this bolt in there or else that fork spreads out. So I got a grade 8 bolt in there. And then since the draw pin is harder, the thing is, I think that hole's getting wallowed out and that, oh, it ain't bad. It ain't more that bad, but it is bigger than the other holes. So, well, at least I can't complain too much. Well, that's the other thing I've had to do. I've cracked these welds. So, like I said, the shop's re-welded these on here and put these gussets in there. What else did I crack? I think there's another place I had to have welded on here, but like I said, that's the one issue. You got to watch. You get 600 pounds, well, most of my bales are probably close to 700 pounds out on this end, and you got to have sway bars on that tractor. If you just got the chains, it'll swing back and forth, and you take a turn too fast. I mean, you got 600 pounds whipping around there, 6 foot off the back of the tractor. It's a lot of force. This spear is supposed to pick a 2,600 pound bale, but you better have one hell of a tractor on there. Because I can't pick a bale with this tractor, 2,600 pounds. And I don't think this thing's designed for 2,600 pounds. I mean, when I did do some baleage in this, the only way I could pick a bale of baleage off the ground is I'd have to have this spear angled down back into the bale, so the spear goes like this and then retract it up, and it would lift it off the ground that I could carry it up. And at that time I was just feeding them out in the pasture. I set it in the pasture and then I'd pick the bale feeder up over top of it, because there's no way I was picking it up to dump it in there. So it's handy, it was cheap, it's been a pretty good thing. So, but I gotta go get that fixed, because if we keep getting weather like this, I won't be able to get bales in the barn. So make some room on the back of the truck, and I'm gonna head over there. Well, here's the next problem for today, but not my problem really. I got this furnace shoveled out here right now because I come out to go do the one chores, start cleaning one barn there, and That's up to 211. It should only be up to about 186. So I opened the door and it was basically like this. I mean, it wasn't flamed up, but near as we can tell, the water pump went out of it. But this is my brother's problem. This is his furnace. He's the one that maintains it and stuff, bought it. So he's on his way home from work. He's going to try to get a pump somewhere and change that, but we decided probably best if we shovel this out and let it cool down here, because I mean there's still water in it. I mean, water's still up in the range here yet, but that's the thing. If it's been boiling out, and that's the thing, if it boils down below them tubes in there and you end up warping and ruining them tubes, then you're screwed. So hopefully he can get one. I don't know how much that he's going to be able to use back, but like I say, we figured the best thing is get it shoveled out, open it up, and let it cool off. But it hasn't cooled down any yet. But like I say, one repair, it's not my problem. I might have to help him, but I don't have to do it. So, we go back to mixing my feed now. Yeah, I'm just going to make a quick ending for this video. Didn't do much of anything else. Like I said, we got that pump on. Waiting to see now if it seems to be pumping, but you got to wait until it circulates and gets things to certain temperatures. There's different valves will open up. So, but we seem to got that going. And just ain't much else done today. So, thought I'd wrap this up real quick. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.